It's a big face-off that's been brewing between the Justice Lodha panel and the BCCI, with BCCI only partially accepting the recommendations by Justice Lodha panel. They also threatened that the Australia-New Zealand series could be called off after there was a controversy where BCCI had claimed that Lodha panel had asked banks to freeze their accounts, which the Lodha panel has denied. The fate of the BCCI is top brass, and the way cricket is administered in India will be taken up by the Supreme Court today. So here's what to watch out for.
It's judgment day for the BCCI and its mandarins in the Supreme Court, when questions will be answered about the future of the richest cricket board in the world. It will be a day that will mark how cricket is administered and run in our country. So what will the Supreme Court decide? Will the entire top brass of the BCCI be shown the door? Will there be arrest for violating orders of the apex court? Will the court show some leniency towards the Indian Cricket Board? Or will this day mark a new beginning for the BCCI with the appointment of an ad hoc panel or an administrator to manage the board? For now, it is the lull that's deafening.
The Supreme Court heard BCCI had full opportunity to challenge each and every recommendation of our report, and after hearing them, the Supreme Court passed the judgment. Any recommendation or report gets the seal of approval from the highest court. Anything for its change has to be done before the Supreme Court.
The fact is that BCCI has repeatedly violated the Supreme Court's order. In the recent AGM in Mumbai, the BCCI did adopt a few recommendations of the Lodha panel, but chose to defy the key ones. The BCCI members rejected the one state, one vote recommendation. The board also rejected the 3-year cooling off period. The 9 years cumulative term for office bearers was not accepted either, and the number of selectors was also not brought down to 3 from the existing 5. Whatever happens, cricket must not suffer, and the cricket fans and Indian cricket get their due. Bureau Report, India Today.
So we're waiting the crucial decision by the apex court. 10:30 a.m. as we believe to understand that when we would know the apex court's observation. But here's the crux of the conflict. If you're following this story, this is what you need to watch out for. One man, one post is the clause which is right now miffing the BCCI the most, because of policy to counter conflict of interest. So that means the entire BCCI board as it stands today will be revised. You have Anurag Thakur, who's the BCCI president, but he also holds the post of Himachal Pradesh to Cricket Association president, which will not be allowed. You have Anirudh Chaudhary, who is BCCI treasurer, and he also holds the post of Haryana Cricket Association secretary, which will not be allowed. Now, Ajay Shirke, you have BCCI, who is the BCCI secretary, also holds the post of Maharashtra Cricket Association president. He's claimed that he will leave it, but the election to re-elect him is something that has been termed illegal by Justice Lodha panel. And not only that, you also have the Justice Lodha panel giving out recommendation that only there should be a 3-member board panel. So you had Anurag Thakur yesterday, who had come out with a letter hitting out at the BCCI. Now, Anurag Thakur had said, however, the committee has chosen to apply the judgment retrospectively to the question of tenure of the office bearers of the BCCI. I fail to understand how is it possible. You also had Anurag Thakur hitting out at the clause of BCCI, where another flip-flop is that the committee states no payment other than cricket matters is to be made. Payments to state associations are also for cricket matters. Now, this is the clause that was cited by BCCI, where there were speculations going around that the India-New Zealand series could be called off. So, lot to watch out for today from the apex court. Moving on now, here's the update that is coming for Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha's health, who's admitted in Chennai hospital.